Growing up in southern Minnesota, I lived pretty close to a town called New Prague, which, as you can probably guess, is named after Prague. Fast forward to now, Jake and I are living in Vienna, Germany. When we decided to move here, we made a list of our dream trips to take, and of course, one of them was Prague. Here are a few highlights from our first trip.
Kind of an adventure.
After a 5-hour Flixbus journey from Vienna to Prague, one of our first stops was getting a kolache. I got blueberry.
You got poppy seed? Have you tried it yet?
No.
I think also that the Czech people might be in cahoots with the dental floss industry with this poppy seed thing. They're everywhere in your teeth. And we walked through town and checked out some of the big ticket items, the rotating head of Franz Kafka, the streets around the National Museum, and of course stopping at a market to try beer and kielbasa.
What do we have on our coins? Our new currency unlocked.
By now you can kind of tell our pattern is to have a little snack, walkaways, take in some views, have another snack. So we headed up to the Letna area to check out a beer garden that we had saved.
Jake has led us to what he said is the beer garden that has the best view in the city, so we will have to check it out. Yeah, let's see where we can fit. I got a cider fresco, which is like sparkling cider, like the name suggests. And you got?
I got a beer.
A beer. Tap on it.
Tap.
Tap. ASMR. Third one I think is Charles Bridge with all the people on it. Is that one so busy though because it's a pedestrian bridge? I don't know. We'll find out.
I had a picture of Charles Bridge saved on my Pinterest board for years and years and years, and I was so excited to check it out in real life, and it was a lot busier than I thought it would be.
Wow, it's bright. Wait, look at all those little boats.
I know Prague is one of the busiest Christmas markets in Europe, but I was just caught off guard by how many people were still visiting in the summer. But hey, you know what? We were also visiting, so. We capped off our first day in Prague by going to a street festival. Sunday was our first full day in Prague, and actually our only full day in Prague, so we kicked off the morning at a Georgian bakery before wandering our way through town, headed in the general direction of the Letna area because we were going to a soccer game that afternoon. This was also our first chance to see the astronomical clock in action, and again, the crowds there were so crazy. It was almost as fun to people watch the crowds as it was to see the clock. We made the climb again to the Letna area, and of course rewarded ourselves with another visit to the beer garden, not pictured, but then made our way slowly to the soccer stadium. We always have so much fun checking out the footy scran at different games, and this time our menu option of choice was called the Maxi Dog. It had crispy fried onions, coleslaw, ketchup, mustard. It was super good. And of course, it wouldn't be a soccer game anywhere in the world without a rendition of Sweet Caroline.
Okay, we had a win, a Prague 2-1 victory, and I think now we're gonna go back to our hotel. So hopefully get in some air conditioning and just kind of get out of the heat for a bit, because it's been in the 80s since we got here, so it's been really hot, but always fun to see soccer in another country, and the Maxi dog. Very good.
And after the soccer game, we were back on our boat again, going to the grocery store to get more snacks and then heading to the river for a picnic. One thing about me is if there is a river, I will find it and I will sit alongside it and I will have a picnic and I will be the happiest girl in the entire world.
Now we're down in a park underneath the bridge to just kind of sit here on the island and have some pre-dinner snacks and maybe see nutria, which are these, I think, kind of invasive little things similar to beavers. And there's apparently a bunch of them around here that I'm kind of hoping that we get to see. So it is just beautiful. That's fun. There's fewer big boats here than I kind of expected.
Later that same night, we moved slightly to a different position on the river for more sitting alongside the river, watching the sunset and having drinks.
My subject for drink.
Are you playing with effects? Oh, you're doing a 360. Can't wait for what it comes back with. So that is the view currently, and there's a little bit of a club music going on here because there's a paddle boat rental going on below us. But yeah, I'm just sitting here, and that's basically what we've been doing all day, sitting here having drinks and then getting up, walking all the ways, sitting down, having another drink, maybe having a snack in there, and yeah, just taking in the sights and having drinks. Tomorrow we're going to learn a bit more history. We have a walking tour scheduled that will be like 3-ish hours and take us through all the old town and hopefully give us some fun facts to share on the vlog. So I'm looking forward to that. And then our Flixbus back is until 10 p.m. back to Jena. So that's going to be like 5-ish hours and we'll get back, yep, well into the middle of the night there. So yeah, about 24 hours left in Prague, give or take. And yeah, I can't wait. It's been super fun so far.
Oh my gosh, what a surprise! Gina and Jake have once again moved to a different location and are having a different drink at a bar. And then we got back to our hotel and we're locked out of our room. Oops.
Okay, we're back in the hotel, like in the lobby. We're not in our room because we can't get into our room. We have all of our key cards and we were having an issue with our old room where there was like no air conditioning and they had us in a construction like part of the floor that they had to open up at the last second because I think that they overbooked the hotel. And so weird things kept happening, like the door handle fell off. Anyways, we asked if it was possible to move into a room with air conditioning because the whole entire hotel is supposed to have air conditioning, but this construction area didn't have AC. Anyways, our new room, the key card that we went in this afternoon worked and we like were in and getting settled, and tonight coming back after hitting the last bar that we went to, our key card doesn't work, and so there's not a front desk here. It's just kind of like a lobby that is staffed during the day, but nobody's here, and so we've been like WhatsApping trying to figure out how to get somebody to unlock the door, and apparently they are having somebody come from a different hotel to unlock our door. It's been kind of an adventure, but still fun. A good story, I guess, maybe? I don't know.
We kicked off our last day in Prague with a 3-hour walking tour, which I showed up to after having chugged an iced Americano. I got separated from the walking tour because I desperately had to go to the bathroom and crawling my way back to them now. I think I overshot.
I think this is the best view that we've had so far in Prague from right here. Stunning.
Post official walking tour, we were back on our unofficial walking tours of Prague.
We got spicy sausage and a crushed pepper and mayo sauce. Yum.
If you can't tell already, the pattern with us is very definitely explore somewhere, have a bite to eat. Walk and explore somewhere, have a bite to eat. Just repeat indefinitely until you hit 20,000 steps.
We stopped in the mall to get some water after walking all day and then decided we were like too tired to keep searching for a place to eat, so we are having food court dinner, and I must say it looks amazing. This is a Czech specialty. No, I'm just kidding.
And of course we had to get our Prague magnet. One last drink in Prague before we settled into the Flix bus for the 5 hours back to Jena. Our bus was at 10 p.m. so we had plenty of time to enjoy, play cards, and check out this underground bar, which was a repeat visit from the night before. Okay, it's been a few days now since we got back from Prague, and I did not want to end the video without doing a little Prague show and tell of the souvenirs we brought back. So first, we have our magnet reveal. We try and get a magnet at every new destination we go to, and so usually we stick them on our fridge, but the fridge here isn't magnetic, so we have found a utilities wall to stick them on. And yeah, it's really fun. I really love this little guy. We have the astronomical clock, Charles Bridge, and a little guy with a beer. Looks a little bit like us hopping around from beer garden to beer garden. And then, yeah, sticking on the theme of Prague drinks, these are the souvenirs we brought home. I brought home a 4-pack of the cider Frisco that I was drinking and liking so much on the trip. Here we have a 4.5% alcohol flavored malt drink. And it's so good with like a glass of ice, kind of like a spritz out on the patio or on the beer garden. It's so good. And the best part about Flixbus is like you can just bring a 4-pack of whatever you like from the grocery store, stick it in your bag, and get it home no problem. And on that note, we also brought home this herbal liqueur from the Czech Republic. This was actually what they gave us as a welcome drink at our hotel. It was a shot of this. And we asked the girl who was working there if she liked it, and she was like, no. And apparently she likes the flavor versions better. They have like different fruit flavors, but this one is just the herbal liqueur. And yeah, 38% alcohol content, so it's pretty strong, and it tastes like very much, we decided, like Christmas. Kind of tastes like, I guess, like a shot version of like a simmer pot with like cinnamon and cloves and all that kind of stuff. So it's very warming, I think is what the hotel employee told us, and I think she was right about that. Very warming indeed. And yeah, definitely reminded me of Christmas, and I feel like if we go back for Prague Christmas markets, a shot of that before going out to the Christmas markets and having Glühwein will keep you warm. And then one of my favorite souvenirs, you know, is doing a junk journal, a little junk journal update. We have the page I made from Prague here. And yeah, this is just a bunch of scraps from the trip. We have the cider Frisco, we have some of the treats that we tried and the places that we ate, and some of the things that we saw, all here documented. And I think that doing the junk journal has been really fun, a fun way to collect souvenirs that aren't so like material focused. It really makes you excited to just get a receipt with, you know, the name of a place that you went, or find a really cool brochure at a site that you visit and then take it home and do something fun with it. So I've really been enjoying that hobby and then having a good time putting it all together. Oh, and I was really proud of this. The new currency there, I brought home a couple extra coins that we didn't use and trace them so I could cut out the coins. Really fun. So yes, and one more Prague Overflow journal page that we made, this time doing things like the hotel room key and more extra scraps that I didn't remember that I had for the first time. So 2 Prague pages in the junk journal, and it's been really fun. Before signing off, I wanted to talk about a couple of Prague favorites that are not physical items, just things that I thought were really fun that we checked out. About that. We're not like the major sites like Charles Bridge, the astronomical clock, just things like that you can do if you have a day in Prague. And again, these are not super off the beaten path or anything, but We really liked the Letna beer garden. God, it was so pretty. And yeah, you could really just sit there all day, have drinks, take in the views of the city, and just people watch. That was so fun. And then the other thing was Usudu, and I believe it was like 4 basement areas that they kind of combined to make this kind of a labyrinth bar underground. Really fun, really recommend it, and those are 2 more Prague favorites. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you for the next vlog.